Now friction is one component of contact force. Contact force, it is normally a reactionary force, normal reactionary force. Normal reactionary force. So in the previous lecture, previous class, I was explaining about the friction. And I have told that suppose here there is a body which is lying on this surface. So two forces are acting on the body. About classical view and modern view, that already I explained. About classical view and modern view of the friction, I have explained. So see here two forces are acting. One is its weight acting vertically downward from center of gravity, और दूसरा फोर्स क्या एक्ट कर रहा है, ये जो सरफेस ड्रा किया है इसकी रिएक्शनरी फोर्स क्या हो रही है, ऊपर की ओर एक्ट कर रही है. एंड सरफेस वी हैव assumed rough, and here separately I have drawn this line from the surface. It is this here in your book it has been named as P. Now then I have told you that when some external force is applied here, अगर हम कुछ एक्सटर्नल फोर्स इस पर लगाएं तो होता क्या है, ये मूव नहीं कर रहा है. मूव नहीं कर रहा है means here once again you can see when some external force is applied on it. So now this external force is applied on the block. Still these two forces are acting. One is acting in this direction and other is acting in vertically upward direction, which we call as the normal reaction. But now I will not name it as P. It's clear. So since on applying external force it is not moving, इसका मतलब क्या है कि कुछ ना कुछ एक फोर्स अभी और लग रहा है जो कि क्या है, इसको कैंसिल आउट कर रहा है. अब वो फोर्स क्या है, इन दोनों का तो कोई कंपोनेंट हो नहीं सकता है. क्यों नहीं हो सकता है? बिकॉज दे आर एक्टिंग इन द वर्टिकल डायरेक्शन एंड देयर कंपोनेंट इन द हॉरिजॉन्टल डायरेक्शन इज जीरो. Their component of this force and component of this force in this direction will be zero. इसका मीनिंग क्या है, there will be some force acting on this body because of this surface. ये सरफेस इस बॉडी पर एक फोर्स लगा रहा है, और किस डायरेक्शन में लगा रहा है, इस डायरेक्शन में लगा रहा है. इस डायरेक्शन में ये फोर्स लग रहा है which we have named as static frictional force. This force I have named as static frictional force. Static frictional force. And this also I have told that as you increase this, what will happen? This will also increase and keep the block at rest. ये भी increase करेगा और ये block को क्या करेगा, rest पर रखेगा. But it can increase only up to a certain value which depends upon the nature of contact surface. It do not depend upon the area of contact. ये यहाँ पर कितना surface area contact में ही इस पर depend नहीं करेगा. ये depend करेगा कि what is the state of roughness, what is the condition of the surface, contact surface. So it can increase up to a definite limit. Here, as you increase external force, it will also increase, but it will increase up to a definite limit. Suppose when this was 10 Newton, external force 10 Newton था, ब्लॉक नहीं मूव कर रहा था, मतलब ये भी फोर्स क्या है, 10 Newton है. जब क्या है हमने इसको 12 न्यूटन कर दिया, ब्लॉक अभी भी नहीं मूव कर रहा, मतलब ये क्या हो गया, 12 न्यूटन हो गया। जब हमने 15 न्यूटन लगाया, ब्लॉक अभी भी नहीं मूव कर रहा, मतलब दिस हैज इंक्रीज टू द 15 न्यूटन। बट जैसे ही हमने 15 से 15.001 न्यूटन का फोर्स लगाया, ब्लॉक हैज कम इनटू द मोशन। इट मींस नाउ इट डू नॉट इंक्रीज फर्दर बियॉन्ड 15 न्यूटन। ये 15 न्यूटन के आगे इंक्रीज नहीं कर रहा है। What is its maximum value here? Its maximum value is the 15 Newton, which we say that it is the limiting friction here. Limiting friction हमने define किया था. It is the force of friction acting when the body just begins the relative motion on the other surface. When body just comes into the motion. So this is the limiting friction. Maximum value of static frictional force, that is called the limiting friction. अब देख लो, अभी हम यहाँ क्या है बता रहे हैं कि फ्रिक्शन एज वन कंपोनेंट ऑफ कांटेक्ट फोर्स। एक्चुअल में होता क्या है, अभी हमने इसको यहाँ पर तो इसको P से डिनोट किया, पर यहाँ अभी हमने P से डिनोट नहीं किया। उसके पीछे कुछ रीजन है कि क्यों हमने P से इसको डिनोट नहीं किया। अब सब लोग यहाँ पर देखें, जैसे ही हम इस पर ये डायरेक्शन राइट डायरेक्शन में फोर्स लगा रहे हैं, व्हाट विल हैपन, नाउ P will not contact, because when you apply some force, what will happen, the nature of contact will be changed. Contact क्या है, वो उसका contact का नेचर बदल जाएगा, and P will act no more in vertical direction. P will act no more in vertical direction. Now P will bend in this direction. P क्या हो जाएगी, ये लेफ्ट की ओर बेंड कर जाएगा। आया समझे, ये एंगल फ्रॉम वर्टिकल। P का जो ये कंपोनेंट होगा, that will be the normal reaction. Now normal reaction will become this normal reaction. It's clear? P का जो ये कंपोनेंट है वो नॉर्मल रिएक्शन है, और P का जो ये कंपोनेंट है दैट इज Fs, मींस Fs will be here P sin theta. It will be P sin theta. Fs will be P sin theta. And as you increase the magnitude of this force, जैसे जैसे इसका फोर्स बढ़ाते जाएंगे, it will become more and more slanting. ये थीटा की वैल्यू बढ़ती जाएगी और एक ऐसी पोजीशन आ जाएगी एट विच इट विल जस्ट कम इनटू द मोशन, जिसको हम कहते हैं कि बॉडी क्या है, लिमिटिंग फ्रिक्शन में है। बॉडी इज एक्सपीरियंसिंग लिमिटिंग फ्रिक्शन। When it is just begins the motion, then we say that it is in the limiting equilibrium, and at that moment friction acting is called limiting friction. उस समय जो फ्रिक्शन एक्ट कर रहा है वो लिमिटिंग फ्रिक्शन है। तो ये एंगल उस समय क्या कहलाएगा, एंगल ऑफ फ्रिक्शन। एंगल ऑफ फ्रिक्शन इज क्लियर। अब देख लो, अगर हम एक्सटर्नल फोर्स इधर लगाए होते तब क्या हो जाता, P तुम्हारा किस तरफ बेंड कर वो होता, एक्सटर्नल फोर्स इज एक्टिंग इन दिस डायरेक्शन, P विल बेंड इन दिस डायरेक्शन। P विल बेंड इन दिस डायरेक्शन, मतलब ये टिल्ट कर जाएगा इस डायरेक्शन। इसको कहते हैं कांटेक्ट फोर्स। यहाँ पर इस P को हमने नेम कर दिया कांटेक्ट फोर्स। इट्स वर्टिकल कंपोनेंट इज द नॉर्मल रिएक्शन। When no external force is acting, contact force is acting vertically upward. ये कांटेक्ट फोर्स ही वहां पर क्या होगा, जब एक्सटर्नल फोर्स नहीं एक्ट कर रहा है तब ये कांटेक्ट फोर्स ही क्या होगा, नॉर्मल रिएक्शन होगा। This point is clear. So see here these terms I have explained already. I have told you. See once again, what is the static friction? I will not write, you can write afterwards from the video. Static friction. Friction means force. It is the force of friction acting on the body when body is at rest under the influence of external force. जब बॉडी पर एक्सटर्नल फोर्स लगाने पर वो रेस्ट में हो, तब क्या होगा, उस पर जो फोर्स ऑफ फ्रिक्शन एक्ट कर रहा है, दैट इज कॉल्ड द स्टैटिक फ्रिक्शनल फोर्स. इज क्लियर? अच्छा, एक्सटर्नल फोर्स ना एक्ट करे तो कोई स्टैटिक फ्रिक्शनल फोर्स नहीं होगा. फॉर एग्जांपल हियर, व्हेन एक्सटर्नल फोर्स वाज नॉट एक्टिंग, देयर वाज नो force of friction. Static frictional force will produce only when external force is acting and body do not move. External force लगे और body move ना करे, तभी static frictional force होगा. ये ना लगे तो static friction है ही नहीं, भले surface क्या हो, रफ हो. Now see here, you can see this thing. So static friction, it is the force of friction when body is at rest under the influence of external force. At that moment, what will happen? Weight mg and contact force P. They will form a closed triangle. Closed triangle मतलब ये equilibrium force. अगर ये हम यहाँ पर देखें, external force ऐसे act कर रहा है, mg ऐसे act कर रहा है, तो इन तीनों का रिजल्टेंट तभी जीरो होगा जब P तुम्हारा क्या हो, ऐसे एक्ट करे. इसके एंड कंपोनेंट, दिस P is what? It is the contact force. Contact force which is electromagnetic in nature, that already I have told. It arises because of the electromagnetic force acting in between the atoms situated at the contact surface. एक एटम इसका, दूसरा एटम इसका, एक इसका, दूसरा इसका, इनके बीच में क्या है, एक इलेक्ट्रोमैग्नेटिक फोर्स एक्ट कर रहा, वही कांटेक्ट फोर्स को प्रोड्यूस कर रहा. एंड एज लॉन्ग एज इट इज नॉट एक्टिंग, पी ऐसे एक्ट करेगा. बट जैसे ही ये एक्सटर्नल फोर्स लगाएंगे, इट विल bend, it will lean in the opposite direction. Force is acting right, it will bend in the left direction, so that the resultant of these three becomes zero. और जब resultant zero होगा, what will happen? It will not move, body will not move. पर जैसे जैसे इसके magnitude को बढ़ाते जाएंगे, what will happen? This angle will increase. And at a certain value of the angle, body will just come into the motion. That angle is called the angle of friction. So this is the static friction. Now what is limiting friction? Limiting friction. So see here, limiting friction, it is the force of friction acting when body just begins the motion on the other surface. Means ये इस सरफेस के ऊपर जस्ट मोशन बिगिन कर रहा है. एट दैट मोमेंट द फोर्स ऑफ फ्रिक्शन व्हिच इज एक्टिंग इज कॉल्ड द लिमिटिंग फ्रिक्शन, एंड इट्स वैल्यू इज इक्वल टू मैक्सिमम वैल्यू ऑफ स्टैटिक फ्रिक्शन. इट्स क्लियर? एंड दिस विल रिप्रेजेंट बाय Fs maximum. Fs maximum. It's clear? Now see here, there is one term, kinetic friction. Kinetic friction or dynamic friction. Kinetic, it is a term pertaining to motion. Now see here, what is kinetic friction? It is the force of friction acting in between, acting on a body when it begins, when it is in motion with respect to the other body. When it is in motion with respect to other body, it is the force of friction which comes into play when one body actually moves over the surface of the other body. जब क्या है, एक बॉडी दूसरी बॉडी के सरफेस पर एक्चुअल में मूव करती है, then that moment जो फोर्स ऑफ फ्रिक्शन एक्ट करता है, that is known as the kinetic friction. Later we will study what is sliding friction, what is rolling friction, that we will see afterwards. It's clear? Now see here, after this there are some laws of limiting limiting friction. Laws of limiting friction. So see here. Now, laws of limiting frictions are, these are the same experimental results which we have observed. So see here, what is the first law? Limiting friction depends upon the nature of the surfaces in contact. It depends upon the nature of the surfaces in contact and state of their roughness. That you can write afterwards from video. I am not writing here. Limiting friction depends upon the nature of the surfaces in contact and the on the nature of roughness or smoothness. मतलब कितना रफ सरफेस है या कितना स्मूथ सरफेस है. It depends upon this. Second line, the value of limiting friction. It do not depend upon the area of contact. एरिया ऑफ कांटेक्ट क्या है, मींस क्या है, सपोज ये वो है, हम अपना पूरा हाथ रख दे ऐसे, या केवल क्या है, ओनली 2 fingers आर इन कांटेक्ट, देयर विल बी सेम फ्रिक्शनल फोर्स. इसलिए whether this whole hand in palm is in contact of the paper or only 1 finger or 2 finger is in contact, in both cases there will be the same friction. So the and these laws are true for limiting friction as well as for friction. It's clear. In every case it will be correct, whether it is a limiting friction or it is a kinetic friction. First line, limiting friction depends upon the nature of contact surface and on the state of their roughness or smoothness. Second line, limiting friction do not depend upon the area of contact surface as long as normal reaction same. And normal reaction, you know, depends upon what? It depends upon the mass of the body. See here, for example, here, when body is kept here, its weight will act downward, normal reaction will act upward. Is clear? R will be equal to mg. R will be equal to mg. Is clear? So as long as normal reaction is same, this force of limiting friction is independent of area of contact. Now there is one more law, and that is only just result. This force of friction or limiting friction, it acts tangential to the contact surface in such a way that it opposes the relative motion between both the bodies which are in contact. मतलब क्या है, लिमिटिंग फ्रिक्शन की या फ्रिक्शन की डायरेक्शन क्या होगी, वो क्या होगी, इट विल बी along the tangent to the contact surface, tangent to contact surface in such a way that it opposes the relative motion in between those two bodies which are in contact. जो दोनों बॉडीज कांटेक्ट में है उनके बीच के रिलेटिव मोशन को अपोज करेगी. Later we will see in the numericals that what will be its direction. At present we have taken this surface at the ground, this surface which is at rest, and block is moving over this surface. So external force is acting here. So what will happen? Frictional force will act in this direction. It will act tangential to the contact surface in such a way that it opposes the relative motion in between those two bodies which are in contact. It's clear. So that you remember that friction always opposes the relative motion. And what is the fourth law? Limiting friction is directly proportional to. Limiting friction means Fs maximum. It is directly proportional to the normal reaction. Means Fs maximum, you can say, it will be equal to mu s into r. What is mu s? It is the coefficient of static friction. Static friction. Now see here, so I have explained 4 laws. You can see once again what are the laws of limiting friction. Number 1, limiting friction depends upon the nature of contact surface and state of roughness or smoothness of the contact surface. Number 2, limiting friction is independent of the area of contact surface as long as the normal reaction is same. As long as normal reaction is same means you can see here, I am showing here, normal reaction depends upon mg, whether it is kept in this way or it is kept in this way. What will happen? In both cases, its weight will be same, therefore normal reaction will be same. But here when it is kept in this way, only this area is in contact. केवल इतना area contact में देख सकते हैं. But when it will be kept in this way, then more area is in contact. You can see here, more area is in contact. But in both cases, force of friction will remain same. So it do not depend upon the area of contact surface. Number 3, it acts opposite to the direction of relative motion in between both the surface. And why? Because it opposes the relative motion in between two bodies. It acts tangentially to the contact surface in such a way that its direction opposes the relative motion in between two bodies which are in contact. And fourth one, limiting friction is directly proportional to the normal reaction. Limiting friction we denote by Fs maximum. So you can see here, Fs maximum is proportional to R. So Fs maximum equals to mu s into R. This is the maximum value of static frictional force. It's clear? Mu s is what? Coefficient of static friction. Now see here, it means जब हम ये कह रहे हैं कि ये स्टैटिक फ्रिक्शनल फोर्स की मैक्सिमम वैल्यू है, सो मिनिमम वैल्यू कितनी है एफएस की हमको मालूम ही है. मिनिमम वैल्यू कितनी है? इट इज 0. मींस एफएस कैन बी इन बिटवीन व्हाट टू व्हाट, म्यू एस इनटू आर से लेस होगा या इक्वल होगा एंड 0 से ग्रेटर होगा. इट्स क्लियर? इक्वल टू, लेस देन आर इक्वल टू mu s into r and greater than or equal to 0. It's clear? When the body will be in the limiting equilibrium, when it just begins the motion, force of friction will be this much. It's clear? Now what is coefficient of friction? How will you describe it? So coefficient of friction mu s equals to Fs maximum upon r, means coefficient of static friction is equal to the ratio of limiting friction to the normal reaction. It is equal to the ratio of limiting friction to the normal reaction. Now see here, this is a force. This is also a force. Normal reaction, it is a force. Newton upon Newton. Therefore, mu s don't have any unit. It don't have any unit. Now, similarly, there is a law of kinetic friction. You can see here, laws of kinetic friction. Now laws of kinetic friction, these are same as the limiting friction, only there is one point. Here you can see that Fs can have variable value. This is the value of limiting friction. At any instant, what will be the static frictional force? It will be in between this and this. It's clear? Static frictional force, I explained that it is the force of friction when body do not move or it tend to move. That also you can say. Body do not move or it tend to move under the influence of external force. While the laws of kinetic friction, what is kinetic friction? It is the force of friction acting on the body when it actually moves over the surface of the other body. यहाँ पर body actual में move करेगी. So see here, what are the laws here? So the kinetic friction acts opposite to the direction of relative motion. And it acts in what direction? It acts tangential to the contact surface. Secondly, it has a constant value. Its value will be constant. इसकी value क्या है? इसकी तरीके से change नहीं करेगी static friction की तरीके से. इसकी value constant होगी, but it will be slightly less than the limiting friction. Limiting friction is this Fs maximum. Means Fk की value क्या होगी? It will be slightly lesser than Fs maximum, which we call as the limiting friction. It's clear? Its value will be constant, but it will be slightly less than Fs maximum, that is limiting friction. The now second law, the force of kinetic friction is independent of the area of contact. That will be independent of area of contact. Number 3, which is very, very important, that is also experimental result. Kinetic friction is approximately independent of velocity of the body with which the body is moving. But if it velocity is very large or velocity is very small, then it will depend. It's clear. Kinetic friction is approximately independent of velocity, provided velocity is neither very large nor very small. It's clear. Means body is having a moderate velocity. And here also Fk is directly proportional to R. So Fk equals to mu k into R. What is mu k? Coefficient of kinetic friction. Kinetic friction. Now one more thing, we don't keep any difference when we solve the question in between kinetic friction and limiting friction. जब तक कि क्वेश्चन में बोला ना जाए, हम कुछ भी उसमें डिफरेंस नहीं रखते हैं. As already I have told that Fk is slightly less than Fs maximum. Its value is mu s into R. Its value is mu k into R. So from here you can deduce that R cancel, मतलब mu k की value slightly less होती है mu s की value से. Now after this there is a term angle of friction. Angle of friction. So see here, what is angle of friction? Already I explained what is angle of friction, but what will be the correct definition you can see here. Here this is the body which is kept over the rough surface. Already I have explained that here its weight is acting vertically downward and a reactionary force will act in upward direction. It's clear, which we have named as P. But when external force is applied in this direction, then what happens? This P do not act vertical. अब ये क्या हो जाता है? ये कुछ इस तरफ बेंड कर जाता है, इस तरफ झुक जाता है लेफ्ट डायरेक्शन में. और उसका जो कंपोनेंट है, this component which is the normal reaction. Now normal reaction is P cos theta. It is P cos theta. And here you can see its horizontal component is frictional force. अब देख लो F. And here it is Fs maximum because it is the state of limiting equilibrium. जब ये just मोशन शुरू करता है तब ये थीटा की वैल्यू इतनी है. Now if you see here, if you complete the parallelogram, तुमको ये पता चलेगा कि ये वाला फोर्स क्या है, इट इज द रिजल्टेंट ऑफ नॉर्मल रिएक्शन एंड फोर्स ऑफ फ्रिक्शन. व्हाट इज पी? रिजल्टेंट ऑफ normal reaction and limiting friction So see here, this is P और ये P जितना एंगल वर्टिकल से बना रहा है, that is called the angle of friction. Angle of friction means, how will you describe angle of friction? It is that angle which the resultant of normal reaction and limiting friction makes from the direction of normal reaction. It is that angle which the resultant of limiting friction and normal reaction makes from the direction of normal reaction. मतलब एंगल ऑफ फ्रिक्शन वो एंगल है जो इन दोनों का रिजल्टेंट क्या है, ये इन दोनों का रिजल्टेंट it is making from the direction of normal reaction. Now see here, if you see here, then you will find that it is equals to its component is Fs maximum is right. Fs maximum, it is equal to mu s into r. It's clear? Mu s into r. This we have taken here denoted by r. Normal reaction we have denoted as r. Now see one more thing. Here what is r? R equals to p into cos theta and fs equals to p into sin theta. This is equals to p into sin theta and this is equals to p into cos theta. So you put the value p sin theta equals to mu s, and what is r here? P into cos theta. So p and p cancel out. Sin upon cos, this I am writing here, you can see here. Sin theta equals to mu s into cos theta. So what will be sin theta upon cos theta? That is equals to mu s. That is tan theta equals to mu s. Means we can say that coefficient of static friction is equal to tangent of angle of friction. Coefficient of static friction is equal to tangent of angle of friction. Theta is the angle of friction. Definition already I have explained. Now, after this, we will see the friction over the rough inclined plane. Friction acting on a block when it is placed over a rough inclined plane. You can see friction acting on a block placed on rough inclined plane. Now here you can see here this is a rough inclined plane and the block is kept over it. Here it makes some angle from the horizontal. It is making incline, it making some angle from the horizontal surface and this angle can be changed. How many forces are acting here? Its weight mg is acting vertically downward. Normal reaction will act in vertically in normal to the this inclined plane. This is inclined plane. Normal to the incline, that is in this direction. It is clear. Now this angle if you take theta, then this will also be equal to theta. क्यों ये थीटा हो जाएगा, सबको समझ में आ रहा होगा. You can see here, this is theta. When you will produce it, this is 90, so this angle is 90 minus theta. This is 90 minus theta means this is equal to theta. It's clear. This angle will become theta. I am showing once again here. Take a little bit bigger diagram. mg ऐसे एक्ट कर रहा है and this is the reaction normal to the inclined surface. If this angle is theta, this is 90. Therefore, what will be this angle? 90 minus theta. This angle is also 90 minus theta, vertical opposite angle. ये 90 minus theta हुआ, ये क्या हुआ 90, so this angle will become theta. It's clear. So see here, now we can resolve mg into two components. One component of mg is acting in this direction. What will be mg cos theta and mg sin theta will act in this direction. अब अगर हम ये थीटा बढ़ाते जाएं, you will find that up to a certain, suppose this is the surface. Now here this is a block is kept anything you can see here. It remains at rest for some time. But when you will increase, what will happen? A stage will reach at which it will just begin to slide. You can see here. When angle of inclination of incline is increased, it will at one inclination, it will just begin to the slide. It's clear. Yes. So that angle which it makes from the horizontal is called the angle of repose. There is term angle of repose. It is that angle at which the block placed on the incline just begins to the sliding. So see here, here you can see here at the limiting equilibrium, what will be the force of friction acting here, because the force, external force is acting in this direction. This mg sin theta is trying to bring it in downward direction, down the incline. mg sin theta इसको down the incline लाना चाहता है, तो क्या हो जाएगा, फ्रिक्शनल फोर्स उधर एक्ट करेगा, Fs. It's clear. So in equilibrium what will be? R किसके बराबर होगा? mg sin cos theta के बराबर. R will be equal to mg cos theta and Fs will be equal to what? mg sin theta. When you divide side by side, mg sin theta upon mg cos theta equals to Fs upon R. This and this cancel. Sin theta upon cos theta equals to tan theta. What is Fs? It is mu s into R upon R. So this and this cancels. So tan theta equals to mu s. But here theta is angle of repose. Angle of repose, it is that angle at which the, it is that angle which incline makes from the horizontal, at which the block placed over the incline just begins to the slide. Just begins to the slide means the block is experiencing static frictional force. It is experiencing static frictional force. So, okay, in this lecture we will do up to here only. Thank you.